Once upon a time, in the beautiful country of France, there lived a gorgeous woman by the name of Matilda. She always cared about her looks and worried about not having pretty things. Being married to a humble clerk, Victor, who worked in the Ministry of Education and earned a decent salary, she bore her worries with effort.
That lady is dressed superbly. Such lovely ribbons and jewelry, and me, not even a bow.
Why do you worry about such silly things? You are superbly pretty. Isn't that enough? Matilda wasn't convinced. She believed that she was all deserving of the riches other women wore. At night, Victor and she sat together to dine. Warm soup and freshly baked bread. Isn't this lovely?
Just old soup and normal bread. I wish we could have eaten a larger course in fancier silverware.
And so Matilda lived her days always wanting more instead of appreciating what she already had. One day her husband came home in bright spirits. "Matilda, here's something for you." She tore open the envelope and saw the invitation inside.
This is
An invitation to a ball to be held in a week's time at the Minister's Hall. Isn't that splendid?
splendid. Victor, tell me, what do I wear to that ball?
Huh? Oh, maybe the dress you wear to the theater. I mean, you look lovely to me. Oh, what's wrong?
I don't have anything worth wearing to such a ball.
Sweetheart, don't cry. How much would a new dress cost? Matilda dried her tears and pondered carefully.
About 400 francs.
Victor turned pale at this. He was saving exactly that much to buy himself a fishing set to go out with his work colleagues. Very well, my love. I will give you the money to get yourself a very pretty dress. But as the ball came closer, Matilda started to get anxious. What's wrong? Aren't you satisfied with the dress?
It's beautiful, but I have no jewelry to go with it.
Well, I have no money to buy jewelry. What about wearing some flowers? That's in style right now currently.
Flowers? Then everyone will know the poverty we live in. No, I need jewelry or I won't go.
Then why don't you ask your friend? Jean, I'm sure she'll be generous. Matilda was delighted at this idea. She went to visit Jean, who had been a good friend to her. But as Jean now had a rich house and good life, Matilda had distanced herself.
Matilda, how have you been?
They spoke for quite some time until Matilda finally asked Jean for the favor.
Jewelry? Well, of course, I have many. Choose whichever you like.
She handed Jean a box full of many trinkets and necklaces. The sparkle they held was reflected on Matilda's face. She tried on many, but liked none.
Do you have anything else? How about these 2 boxes?
Matilda looked, but found nothing in the first box. But when she opened the second one, in it lay the most beautiful set of diamonds Matilda had ever seen. She carefully lifted them onto her neck and was delighted at her reflection.
Would it be fine if I could have just this? Oh, of course!
Matilda was elated, thanked Jean, and hurried on home. On the night of the ball, Matilda was a complete success. She laughed and chatted with much joy. So much so that even the minister himself greeted her during the evening. Once the ball had ended, she went to find her husband, who had retired into a room to rest. He picked up her modest wraps to cover her shoulders with.
These wraps completely ruined the look of my dress. I think I'll do without them.
Poor Victor followed his wife into the street. That night seemed to be an unlucky one, as no cab seemed available. They walked for a long time until they finally hailed one. It took them back to their flat, and they tumbled out and up to their room. When they reached inside, Matilda went to admire herself one last time.
Oh no!
What happened?
The necklace! It's not here! I've lost it!
What? That's impossible! Did you wear it before leaving?
Of course I did! I also remember feeling it while talking to the minister.
What about the cab? Did you get its number?
I did not.
Victor was crestfallen. It was already 4 o'clock in the morning. Fine. I'll go back the way we came and search the streets in case we dropped it. And so he left, leaving Matilda alone as she sat there completely blank. After some hours, Victor returned sadly as he had found nothing. He told his wife to write to Jean. Tell her you have been given the necklace to be fixed as you've broken the clasp. It will give us time to find the necklace. And so while Matilda did this, Victor went and made a complaint to the police and cab drivers. But no word came to them. We have nothing left to do but replace the necklace. They went around everywhere looking at all the jewelers. At last, they found a similar necklace as the one they'd lost.
That's it! Sir, how much is it?
This, Madam Maid, will cost 40,000 francs.
Painstakingly, they agreed to buy it. They begged the jeweler to hold it for them until they got the money. Victor went around begging and asking around from all his friends and family. He soon collected the amount, and they bought the necklace. She returned it back to Jean, who took it back without even looking at it. Thereafter, the couple's lives changed. They sent away their helpers and went to live in a flat which had lower rent. Matilda scrubbed and washed and worked for many houses in the city. Her face turned wrinkled and her hands rough. Victor worked for longer hours during the day and took the night shift too. After 10 whole years of slogging, they had finally paid off their debt. But how changed they both were.
How terrible my hands look now! And my beautiful hair! It has streaks of gray in it.
Think of them as streaks of silver, dear, for the hard work we've done.
She smiled at him warmly, but still felt sad at what a single string of diamonds had done to them. One day, as she was out walking, she saw a little boy bounding along with a lovely lady.
It's Jean! And she still looks as lovely as a rose. Should I go and speak to her? Jean! Hello! You do look lovely after all these years, my dear. Who is that woman? I have never seen her. Madam, I'm sorry, but I don't think I've ever... My dear friend, it's me, Matilda. I suppose I have changed a lot.
Matilda? But my dear, what happened to you?
Matilda now told Jean everything. She thought that since she'd paid the whole debt and cleared everything, it was fine to come clean.
You say you lost my necklace and then bought a replacement worth 40,000 francs?
Yes, I'm sorry to have lost it in the first place. Oh,
Matilda, why didn't you tell me the truth sooner? That necklace wasn't even worth 200 francs.
How is that possible? It was exquisitely beautiful.
But it was a fake. It was a necklace made out of plain cut-colored glass.
And thus poor Matilda had learnt her lesson. If she had only been content with what she had and had counted her blessings, then maybe she wouldn't have gone through so much trouble.
How foolish I have been. I had such a decent house with a loving husband. Why didn't I see that earlier?
My dear Matilda, I'm home. What's for lunch? Oh, and I bought you these flowers. I hope you like them.
They're lovely. For lunch, I thought we'd have warm soup and some fresh bread. Is that fine?
That would be lovely.